Isang mapayapang hapon Pilipinas. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja Elizalde, na bumabati sa lahat ng nakikinig sa DZRH Radio at sa mga nanonood sa DZRH TV, lalo na sa ating mga kasamahang alagad ng sining at kultura sa buong bansa. As a musical instrument, the flute may seem delicate, even quiet, but it demands power, precision, and deep emotion to truly master. Kailangan ng disiplina sa bawat paghinga at ng puso na kasama sa bawat nota. Kaya naman we are proud to say na isa ito sa mga natatanging sandali sa Art2Art dahil sa unang pagkakataon, magsasama-sama ang apat na pinakamagagaling na principal flutists ng ating bansa upang ibahagi ang kanilang mga kwento at ang kanilang musika sa ating lahat. Kaya't huwag kayong aalis. Sa hapong ito, samahan ninyo kami sa kalahating oras ng masayang kwentuhan kasama ang apat na top-tier Filipino musicians. Manila Flute Choir founder, Antonio Maigue, Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra Principal Flutist, Hercules Santiago, Manila Symphony Orchestra Principal Flutist, Angelo Mateo, at UP Symphony Orchestra Principal Flutist, Raymond Sarreal. Magbabalik ang Art2Art pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art2Art.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa!
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon!
All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art2Art.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa Art2Art at kasama natin sa hapok ito for the first time on Philippine radio and television, 4 of the top flute players in the country today. Antonio Maigue, Hercules Santiago, Angelo Mateo, at Raymond Sarreal. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat, gentlemen. Welcome to Art2Art. Welcome back to Art2Art, Tony.
It's a pleasure.
Suki ka na sa amin dito. And of course, welcome to Art2Art. First time ninyo sa aming programa, no?
Yes,
Okay. So, anyway. So, I'm sure iba't iba naman ang naging motivation ninyo to specialize in the flute. But tell us what drew you to the flute in the first place.
Me first?
Yes, sure.
Well, for me, it's the easiest instrument to carry around.
Okay. Very practical
Yeah, very
reason.
practical, yes.
Okay.
Well, nag-shifting yan. You always start with the piano, and then, piano, guitar,
And then flute. Okay. So, Hercules, what drew you to the flute?
ang nanay ko.
Okay.
Ang nanay ko, taga Nabotas, may isang favorite siya na flutist na teacher naman ni Sir Tony. Si Dr. San Yang po.
Aha.
Kaya ayun, gusto ko trumpet nun eh.
Aha.
Sabi niya, mag-flute ka na lang. Ayun.
Okay. So sinunod mo yung nanay mo. Okay. Masunuring anak. Angelo, what about you?
Ako kasi, yung tatay ko is musician sa marching band. So, nung bata kami, pinag-aral niya ako ng musiko sa banda, sa Bulacan. Tapos, walang piccolo player. I started as a piccolo player nung bata ako. And then eventually evolve na siya sa flute. So
Aha.
ganun. So yun, doon siya nag-start.
Okay.
Then I fell in love with the flute. And then,
Alright. And Raymond, ikaw naman.
Yes. Ako naman, I fell in love with the flute because of a cartoon show.
Okay.
We all grew up in the early 90s
Aha.
watching Sebi. The Munting Prinsipe.
Aha.
And then from there on, I asked my mom, Mom, what
Okay.
instrument does this character play? I said, he plays the flute. Do you want to learn how to play the flute?
Aha.
And I said, yes. And that's where I started.
I
How I
see.
started playing the flute.
I see. Okay. Well, sabi nga ni Tony, pinakamadali siyang dalhin, no?
Yeah.
Physically. But physically, what are the most difficult challenges for a professional flute player? At paano naman ito malalampasan? Are there exercises or supplements that can help improve breathwork, stamina? Any of you can answer.
Well, one is for breathing. It's how you control your breath. Because if you finish all of your air at once, then you cannot sustain a note. So it's about really practicing a lot, dedicating a lot of hours, practicing breath control, and doing the right practice of breathing. So it starts from there.
Okay.
Ano yan? Actually, it's just the correct use of your body
Aha.
when you play the flute.
Okay.
And then, but of course, yung sinasabi mong stamina, we have the embouchure, which is our mouthpiece. You might have noticed na there's nothing like the trumpet, walang nakaharang dyan. Ano? So everything's controlled by this, which is called the embouchure. And we have very fine muscles that control that. That one, we need to develop that for a long time.
So it's like a muscle that you need
Yes.
to
Yes.
make like stronger.
Also
and
our
develop.
fingers
Yeah.
as well.
Fingers as well.
Yes.
No?
Yeah. And then there are exercises, maybe Angelo. Or
yeah, I do etudes a lot. So, since yung mga pieces sa orchestra is complicated, etudes will also help to improve your sight reading skills, complicated patterns, and some other musical stuff.
Okay. Hercules, anything to add to that?
exercise. Parang sa amin yata, ito siyang pinaka-assist na yung Hercules, siya yung parang
Pinakamalakas. Pinaka-fit. Okay. So Tony, nabanggit mo nga kanina na sila yung mga dating estudyante?
Yeah, they were at a certain point my students.
Okay. So when you look at them now, what goes through your mind?
I look younger than them. No, I'm just joking. I'm very happy. That's as a teacher, as a professor, that's seeing your students really make it in their career. Makes you very proud.
Okay. At ano naman ang sa tingin mo ang sekreto ng isang mahusay na mentor sa musika?
Oh, well, as a teacher kasi, you should be very open and very sensitive to the needs of the students. It's not enough that you ask them to do this, play the etudes, do these exercises, you will accomplish this, that, and that. But you have to listen to know what their needs are. It's our role to make it, in a way, simpler and easier for the students. So they would progress much faster.
Okay. All right. Hercules, you started young and under your father's guidance. Paano naka-impluwensya ang family mo sa disiplina mo bilang flutist ngayon?
Sa lugar po namin, yung parang yung great-grandfather ko yata, may siya, brass band. Doon nagsimula. Tapos, yun nga. Tapos, pinasa sa tatay ko. Naging musiko siya. Tapos, ako, maliit pa ako, talagang hilig ko na talaga. Kaya sumasama ako sa likod ng mga banda. Hindi pa ako member nun. Sumasama ako sa likod ng mga banda. Tapos, binili ako ng toy ng tatay ko.
Oh.
Yung whistle, yung sa mga ano lang mga piyestahan. Ayun. Tapos, natugtog ko naman. Natugtog ko. Yun, hanggang sa, yun, nakahiligan kong tumugtog. Tumugtog na.
Wow.
Ayun, yung nanay ko nga. Gusto ko trumpet. Ayun. Sige na, mag-flute ka na.
Flute na lang.
Para maging si ano ka, si Dr. Yanko.
Angelo, I understand you also play jazz and other genres.
Yes,
So how does versatility shape you naman as a musician, and how does it affect your classical training?
Well, kailangan po kasi is discipline. So, pag classical yung tutugtugin ko, nagpo-focus ako doon sa pyesa, doon sa piece na tutugtugin ko. And then, practice. And then, yung jazz kasi is more on the side lang siya. Pero, na-enjoy ko siya kasi it gives me more freedom.
Yes, mas...
And yung expression ko sa music is mas nakakawala siya. So, dun, mas na-express ko yung sarili ko doon sa jazz. So, yun yung effect niya sa akin. So,
ang stricto kasi ng classical.
yeah, classical is more on the box.
Yes.
Pero, well, lawak din yung expression niya in terms of musical abilities. Pero, yun nga, mas freedom sa jazz.
It's still the best foundation.
Yes. Classical is the best foundation.
Yeah. So, Raymond, ikaw naman, you started as a child prodigy. And now, looking back, what were the biggest sacrifices you had to make while growing up as a flute musician?
Well, I couldn't say it was a sacrifice because I really enjoyed what I did. When I was a kid, I loved to practice. I always felt the joy when I was practicing. Siguro on the sacrifice side, I didn't go out that much, especially when I was preparing for an audition or a concert or recital. And I think also the other sacrifices I did was to really focus on improving step by step. Like, for example, I need to improve this kind of tone, scales. Yun po.
Todo naman ang suporta ng family.
Oh,
din.
definitely.
Oh,
Even when I was a
importante
child,
yun
to high school, to college, they really were at my back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Lahat kami, NAM show winners.
I
Pero,
see.
si Raymond, ang pinakamaraming prizes sa NAM show. Kasi lahat ng categories, sinalihan niya. From A, B, C, D ba yan? ABC, lahat yung nag-first prize.
Okay.
Ako guitar, tapos nag-flute.
I
sa
see.
NAM show.
I see.
Magkasabay pa tayo nun. Category C ako, category A ka eh.
So,
Baby pa siya nun.
Oo. So talking about that, music competitions as well. So walk us through basically the step-by-step into getting into a career as a professional flutist. So what do you start with? Does it start with a competition or audition? At ano yung pinaka-dream job naman na gustong maabot ng karamihan as a musician? And how do you know when you've actually made it? Is it a contract with an orchestra? Like, talk us through getting a career in the music industry.
Well, like them, no, I think they reached what they aim for to be principal flutists of the main orchestras in the Philippines. But basically, what are you as a musician, diba? I treat myself like a singer. You should be a very good storyteller when you perform. That's one way of getting the audience to like what you're doing and to understand what you're doing musically and emotionally. But the problem is with the flute, we don't have the words, the lyrics to be a good storyteller. So it's much more difficult. Now, with jazz, there's a sort of like expression already. So I also started with jazz and then classical. But with the classical training, you get the technique to be able to play good jazz.
That's true. Okay. And then, kasi nga, like, for example, for a ballet dancer, you start as a student, of course, no? And then there's various competitions that you can enter and like continue to practice with. And then ultimately, nagiging apprentice, tapos company member, tapos soloist, and then you work your way to demi-soloist, maybe principal dancer. So is it like that also in a musical career?
Like me, I started as a assistant principal or sometimes piccolo player. So it's just like that. So there's a step.
May parang tier,
tier.
no? When you join an orchestra.
Yes, and then you get to the point na there's a chance na audition or you audition for the
Principal
position. Then you just grab it.
Okay, well, congratulations. We're all principal flutists. Well, real talk, what opportunities are there for classical instrumentalists in the Philippines?
I think for
Silence.
it's always been difficult everywhere, all over the world. But it's really up to you how you create your own market, like in ballet. Diba? It's. I can't say it's difficult. I cannot say it's easy. It's challenging. It's more like you need. First of all, you need to be devoted to what you're doing. And then, well, yun nga, yung mga steps, like yung auditions. Yung first step dyan is right from high school kasi you audition to get into into university.
Yeah.
Into the College of Music, for example. And then, of course, first year, second year, third year.
Yes.
Siyempre, hindi naman pwedeng padali. Kailangan pahirap. Diba? And then, at the end of your student life, you're supposed to do a recital, a graduation recital. Ayun, yun na yun. You'll be judged.
Yeah. There are also, for me, there are also like niche markets. Like if you're a very good classical flutist, so most of the time you get to do a lot of concerts. There are also flutists who are good in orchestra playing, so they also get so many like side gigs. So there are also flutists who get invited to play for recitals. So there are also other opportunities, but of course there will always be competition.
Yeah.
If you're one of the top one or top two, definitely you're the first one or second call in all orchestras or concerts here and there. So there. As for me, aside from flute playing, I have also my own music school. I have also my own orchestra for events. So yeah, there are many opportunities.
Yeah.
You just
Maraming
have to-
racket, in other words.
Yeah. Just to be creative. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan kasama ang ating mga principal flutists na sina Antonio Maigue, Hercules Santiago, Angelo Mateo, at Raymond Sarreal. Dito pa rin sa Art2Art, magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art2Art. Schedule ng mga inaabangang konsyerto. Update sa mga magagandang panoorin sa mga tanghalan at teatro. Narito na ang Art2Art Calendar.
Narito ang ating arts calendar. Sa teatro, inihahandog ng PhilStage ang 15th Gawad Buhay Awards sa July 36:30 p.m. sa Aliw Theater CCP Complex, Pasay City, kung saan paparangalan ang mga natatanging pagtatanghal ng 2024 theater season. Kabilang sa mga nominadong produksyon ang Balete at Pingkian, isang musical ng tanghalang Pilipino, Bar Boys, a new musical ng Barefoot Theater Collaborative, Little Shop of Horrors ng The Sandbox Collective, at Betrayal, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, at Jepoy and the Magic Circle ng Repertory Philippines. Maaring bumili ng ticket para sa Gawad Buhay Awards sa ticketworld.com.ph. Samantala, inaanyayahan ng tanghalang Pilipino ang mga manonood na samahan si silang paigtingin ang boses at aral ng ating mga bayani sa 39th season nito na binansagang Ignite. Magsisimula ito sa pagbabalik ng Pingkian, isang musikal mula September 12 hanggang October 12 na susundan ng Gregoria Lacambini, a Pinay pop musical mula November 14 hanggang December 14 at magtatapos sa Mabining Mandirigma, a steampunk musical mula March 6 hanggang March 29, 2026 sa tanghalang Ignacio B. Jimenez sa CCP Complex, Pasay City. Maaari nang bumili ng TP39 Season Pass. Sa sining biswal, 2 exhibit ang binuksan kamakailan sa Parola, ang UP Fine Arts Gallery sa College of Fine Arts, UP Diliman, Quezon City. Ang Petals and Playgrounds ay isang interactive installation na binubuo ng artworks, photographs at films ng mga Filipino queer artists. Ang Managinip ng Gising, Visions of National Democracy, isang pagtanda ng 6th anniversary ng National Cultural Institute na surian ng sining, ay nagtatampok ng mga multimedia works, sculptures at installation. Libre at bukas ang mga exhibit sa publiko hanggang August 7 at August 9. Para sa karagdagang detalye, mag-email sa cfagallery.upd@up.edu.ph o bumisita sa Facebook page ng UP Fine Arts Gallery.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta, super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa!
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at madupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon!
All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art2Art.
Andito pa rin tayo sa Art2Art at kasama pa rin natin ang mga top-tier Filipino flute musicians na sina Antonio Maigue, Hercules Santiago, Angelo Mateo, at Raymond Sarreal. Tony, for decades now, you've been working on making classical music more accessible through outreach projects. So why is it important na makarating ang ganitong musika sa mga lugar na di inaabot ng mga konsyerto?
Kasi mahirap. Kasi ang problema is our what do you call this? Like radio programs. It's very seldom that there is a classical or even serious kind of music na program. So I'm very happy na meron kang show na Art2Art to be able to reach out to people, explain our art, diba? So what was the question?
The question is,
Sorry.
why is it important that this kind of music should reach
I'm sorry.
the
Yes.
people that do not have access to?
Yes, because first of all, you need to expose people to this kind of music. And when we talk about classical music, it doesn't have to be foreign classical music naman eh. So you consider like Mozart's music as their pop music during their time. And us, it's just a label, no? That pop music, but actually it's more of like you seriously think about the music, you perform, you compose, yun na nga, you should be able to tell a story. You should be a very good storyteller to be a good performer. And it's in a way of life, it gives us more discipline. Kasi people, you will notice that children who has access or who had the experience of learning an instrument, studying, have that discipline.
And sense of commitment.
Yes, in everything.
Totoo. Yeah.
And their imagination, which is very important in everything that we do. it actually comes out.
Yeah, true. Well, as performers, may highs and lows talaga sa ating profesyon. So what's one unforgettable moment, good or bad, that taught you something deeper about being a musician? Anybody?
Well, for me, there was one time where when I auditioned for an orchestra abroad and I didn't get in, but some of my friends were able to get in. This was the Southeast Asian Youth Orchestra, so that was really very painful during my college time. But that taught me how to be humble enough to admit that I'm not yet that good.
Yeah.
And and because of that event, it helped me practice more,
Yeah.
prepare more every day mentally,
Yeah.
and then that's where I really got really better. And the following year I was able to get in that orchestra and an orchestra that's much higher level.
Yes.
So that was one of the
No, there's
experience.
nothing like rejection to make you work harder.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on how you take that kind
Exactly.
of rejection also. No? Okay. Angelo, anything you want to add to that?
Well, madami akong, syempre, as a performer, low points sa buhay. Kasi, parang, ngayon lang din ako naging principal flute player. So, minsan, kinatanong ko yung sarili ko kung para dito ba ako, kaya ko ba to? And then, eventually, yung point na nandun na ako, kaya ko pala. And then, it made me a better person, lalo na pag we at MSO, we do outreach program. So we teach children, schools, and then we get to inspire people, young musicians to be a better person as well. So
Yes. Oo.
yun yung isang magandang nagawa sa akin nung as a performer.
Okay. Hercules, ikaw naman.
Yun nga, yung pagpasok din sa orchestra. Kasi para makapasok, ang isang flutista para makapasok sa orchestra, kailangan mo ng luck din eh. Kailangan mo ng luck kasi gaya ng mga strings, ilan sila sa isang orchestra. Napakaraming bakante dyan, nababakan. Sa tatlo lang.
Tatlo lang ang flutist.
Flutist.
Sa
Kaya,
isang orchestra.
Yun nga, yung downs ko, twice ako nag-audition sa PPO. Tuti, 2 beses yun. Na-down ako, parang ayaw kong humawak ng flute. Pero yung huli nga, nag-open yung principal flutist, principal flute. Ayun, sinwerte.
Well, swerte at marami ding galing na dapat Okay. So, speaking about teaching children, para sa mga batang gustong matuto mag-flute, ano ang top 3 qualities na kailangan nila bukod sa talento at interes?
Number 1, discipline, syempre.
Discipline. Okay.
And I think ang isa pa is yung kagustuhan na matuto. And lastly for me is ano ba pwede kong idagdag? Siguro
Suporta ng magulang?
isa
Suporta
rin,
ng family?
support. Yeah.
Oo.
Malaking bagay din ang support. Since yung father ko din is supportive sa akin. Kahit saan ako magpunta, andun siya palagi. Audition, competition, andun siya. And then every decision na gawin ko is andun siya palagi. So, malaking bagay talaga siya. So, that's it.
And what's the age na pwedeng mag-start matutong mag-flute?
Ako, nag-start ako ng 9 eh. So,
9? Okay.
siguro 8 or 9 pwede. 8 to 9.
Depends.
7. I started 7.
You started at
years old.
7.
Actually, I wanted to learn the flute at 6. The problem was my arms were still too short. So I started with the recorder first. Then from there on, after siguro a year, when my arms grew a little bit longer, that's the time my teacher told me to that I can already shift to the flute.
Pero totoo bang dapat mag-umpisa lagi sa piano? Or pwedeng mag-umpisa ka agad sa flute?
I think
Pwede naman po
Pwede
mag-umpisa
naman.
sa
You could
flute agad.
you could start with the flute. Kaya lang, mas maganda ang experience mo kung marunong ka rin, may knowledge ka ng piano. Kasi may harmony, the chord progressions and everything. So, ear training wise and yung imagination mo, medyo mas wider ang scope.
Okay.
Ano. And tsaka ngayon kasi, you will see later on with the bass flute, it's a long flute, so that's why it's curved. But nowadays, they create the same curved head joint for the regular flute so that children at an early age could reach.
Pwede na.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of later on, mga kaibigan, eto na, sa unang pagkakataon dito sa Art2Art, pakikinggan po natin ang pagsasanib puwersa ng 4 na pinakamahusay at premyadong flute musicians sa ating bansa. Manila Flute Choir founder Antonio Maigue, Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra Principal Flutist Hercules Santiago, Manila Symphony Orchestra Principal Flutist Angelo Mateo, at UP Symphony Orchestra Principal Flutist Raymond Sarreal. Bravo! Maraming salamat sa pagdalaw ninyo sa amin sa hapong ito. Tony, Hercules, Angelo, and Raymond, thank you for your delightful music. Here's to more musical collaborations at who knows, baka next time may kasama ng pagsasayaw. Why not, di ba? Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan niyo kami ulit dito sa Art2Art, kung saan ang usapang sining at kultura ay para sa lahat. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, Lisa Macuja Elizalde, nagpupugay sa artistang Pilipino.